good morning, and welcome back, YouTube viewers. Welcome back, Facebook viewers, and welcome back, WhatsApp viewers. Welcome to everyone, and good morning to everyone. Hopefully, everybody's doing well and it's enjoying the morning. I have to explain the story first. I heard this story yesterday, and the first thing that came to mind was today's topic, which is does a social group define you? Does a social group define who you are as a person? So this story talks about people who didn't get along, but it ended up working itself out. So this is a story. Today, most people, when we look at like sports, everyone has a family member who does sports, whether it's baseball, softball, whether it's tennis, gymnastics, what have you. They go to college, and a lot of them will continue to do you be a part of an athletic team there. So these colleges, they make billions of dollars a year on these athletes, and a lot of these athletes, especially the ones that are on scholarship, they have to travel from all different parts of the country, and a lot of the families don't have the money to even provide lunches for these students. So it's really hard for some. Now you have some that come from middle income families, which again, it's still, when you're playing sports, it's more income that has to come out of that family, as well as privilege. You have people who are already wealthy, and they their kids go on to play sports and become professional athletes as well. So these kids come from all different walks of life. So because in the professional basketball league, kids were going from high school straight to the pro league. So the pro league, college decided that you had to do 1 year in college in order to go. So what was happening, a lot of the players were being forced to attend that year. Some went overseas. So what the Pro Basketball Association did, they went to these colleges and they said, hey, look, can you pay these players? And the reaction from the various schools in the athletic commission was, no, we're not going to, even though we make money off of these students, even making money off of these students, even after they don't attend that school anymore, they still make money off of them. So, the response was no. But did that let the pro basketball league stop them? So you had two different parties, two different groups that work together, because kids go from college and they go to play professional. So these are two different, doors that these kids want to achieve. But the two doors, the colleges and the professionals doesn't want to come to any kind of, decision. It was like no and no and no. So what the pro league did was, it said, well, why don't we take one of our developmental leagues and turn it into a pay for play. So now these college athletes, now this is why, even if you're not familiar with sports, this is something that should interest all parents across the board, and something that should be shared. These students, they can make up to $500,000 for that 1 year of playing in that league, as well as attending college. So they can get that education and play and get paid. So what the colleges were supposed to do, because some of these are state colleges, your taxpayer money, your taxpayer dollars pay for this stuff. So for them to say no, the pro league didn't let it stop them. So college is the key. They can attend college. That's something that is a big plus for all families. That they can do this, and they can provide for an income. Because a lot of them are talented enough to play professional. So we don't always get what we want, and that's what we get from this story also. No one party got what they wanted, because the colleges refused because the colleges refused, it did not stop them. It didn't stop the pro league. You know, they worked with what they had. You know, even though they had to take a loss to say, hey, you know, look, we'll take on this burden. In the long run, it forces the colleges to do the pay for play, because now you're going to have every top college kid going into that league. So now this is where it's going to hurt, you know, colleges, and they don't want to lose money. Imagine they didn't want to give college money to, you know, the tennis players, you know, all the athletes. They would have received something. So it wasn't just basketball, football, and baseball. You know, it was tennis, it was gymnastics, it was whatever sport, you know, that person was there, male or female, on a scholarship, they would receive money while attending college. So by the pro league working in this manner, you know, that was the beginning. It's the beginning of change. So what my point is, we should never allow life to hold us hostage. We should never allow people to keep us in fear. And that's what, you know, wealth does. Wealth divides people, it keeps people in fear, it makes people, you know, take stances that they shouldn't really be taking, these stances, because at the end of the day, we are all losing in this battle that we're seeing out here, you know, in the world play out. We're losing, but at the same time, the people are stepping up, and this is what this channel is all about. So let's change the situation. Look at it in a different way. Instead of the college and pro league, relationships, something we can all relate to. We know that relationships have their fair share of bumps in the road, but love allows a couple to work through the rocky terrain, you know, they face at times. They make it work. So there's a situation right there where you have two different people, two different belief systems, but, excuse me, because they made a commitment what was for best for them, that they wanted to spend the rest of their lives together, they do what's best for both parties. So it's a give and take, and then they come to a conclusion, and then they're able to go forward and then share that type of philosophy with their children, because, you know, now they learn that process. So you know, they make it work. You know, not everything is a good thing. You know, some relationships, they deal with the worst of things, but they made it work, you know, and we got to give people big ups to, you know, who have made it through things like this. Wish that no one had to go through things like this. But, yeah, like the colleges who makes billions per year from these athletes, they refuse to work alongside of pro leagues. So again, it's like no one except for the wealthy wins. You know, we're always being played against one another. So now I want to go into a different way of looking at it. There's so much going on politically. For so many years, the two parties say we can't get this passed, Democrats' fault, or we need to block this bill, Republicans' fault. At what point do they work with what they have? What's best for the people, not corporate interests. A lot of the times these things don't get passed, and they have nothing to do with the people. They're always being held up because of a corporate money, or somebody, you know, that is paying wealthy has an interest in a law or something in that form being passed. And, you know, that is wrong, and it's up to us as people. We have to say no more to this. You know, we have to put a stop to this, because it's not that, you know, what we want isn't getting done or can be done, but they're holding us hostage, you know, and no one's getting anything done on either side. It's the same thing year in and year out. So at what point do we wake up and know our world? So my final thought on, you know, this topic today is, you know, people, all people, we have to work with what we have. Differences need to be put aside. We need to realize that we're human first, not a party, not a division. That you and I are the people. We're what make up a democracy, whether you like it or not. And we don't all believe in the same thing, but we have to make, you know, life work. And social circles or whatever groups that are out there, they should be willing to work with other groups to come to what's best for everyone. Not just one person's way or not just one group's way. And by understanding that, we're humans first. All this stuff we grow into, but we were born human. So this is where change begins. It begins with us. And 2021, allow ourselves, to look at things with new eyes and see that, see the world around us, and that we have a choice in all this. And I think that 2021 is going to be a year where a lot of good things are going to happen, because a lot of, people are coming out the woodwork to do good things and don't want anything in return. And that's what we needed, because we've been living in a world where everything is for show. So I want everyone to have an awesome day. And I'm glad that, I was able to bring good news up for students who are attending college on a scholarship, but for those who want to go into the NBA, that they can go and, actually get that type of money, $500,000 for a year. That's not bad for a student while still attending school. So I want everyone to have an awesome day. It's kind of rainy out there, but, happy to be back. And, I'm looking forward to the, topics and, standing with you and reshaping our thinking and looking at life in a different way. So also thank you to the new subscribers. Thank you so much. I saw the numbers there, and some of them are showing up now. But thank you for your support. So remember, click, like, share, go into the playlist. A lot of different topics, a lot of different things that we talk about, and it always has to do with looking at life in a different way. So with that, I want to say have an awesome day, and peace and blessings.